body uses inflammation and edema to get the tissue the nourishment. But you've been taught that everything the body's done is wrong. Because the Europeans teach you everything the body does is wrong. That's their belief because they don't trust nature, they don't trust God, because nature betrayed them. They call it the Ice Age. So ever since then, they said nature is an evil force that must be tamed, you see. So they've always been at war with nature. And anybody close to nature, they're at war with. And you're closer to nature than they are. I'm telling you. So they're at war with you because you represent nature. That's the way this thing works. So the body brings in stiffness, it brings in inflammation, it brings in water, so it can bring in nutrients. And they call water a solvent in chemistry. It's trying to dissolve the waste, wash it out, put it on a rinse cycle. That's what the washing machine duplicates. Every machine duplicates your body. I don't know what else to say. So the body putting the tissue on a rinse cycle to flush out the waste. That's all it's trying to do is save you from the condition that you're in. That's all it's trying to do. So what I was saying with the lupus is try to get the nourishment in. We want to heal the nerves with the lipoic acid, which helps bring the moisture to the nervous system, and the glucosamine, not the glucosamine and chondroitin. Glucosamine has sugar, helps stabilize your sugar to help bring in the nutrients, because all things are turned into sugar, natural sugar in the body. Fats get turned into sugar, protein gets turned into sugar, starch gets turned into natural sugar, because your body runs on its natural sugar. So the body's bringing in this natural sugar, which brings in the moisture to revitalize this tissue again. That's why I say glucosamine and chondroitin. Glucose, carbohydrates is male because it burns quick. Fats is female because it burns slow. Everything is classified. Carbohydrates is male, fats is female. Acid is male, alkaline is female. I'm just telling you why we use the male and female principle. Then you'll understand what we're doing here when I'm talking African science. So just to start the person up, arthritis formula, glucosamine and chondroitin, lipoic acid, and glutamine for lupus. But I also have it on the tape back there. I have a tape that says lupus and Viagra and all that kind of stuff on it to tell you how to treat it. Yeah.
Question over here, doctor.
Yes.
One of my questions is basically, I'm experiencing a lot of swelling on my feet, ankles, my fingers.
Right.
You mentioned fennel, herb.
Yeah, fennel.
Fennel. Is there any other things that you can recommend?
Well, she has a lot of swelling of her feet and her hands, which we call extremities, because they're to the extreme away from the heart. And it takes a lot to get nourishment to the extremes, or extremities, the feet and the hands, because they're further away from the heart. So it's hard to get the waste out, so a lot of times waste will get there, deposit there, because it's hard to circulate it out. So we know we're dealing with a circulation problem. And we understand that these are our appendages. We call these appendages, your arms and your legs. The arms are related to the fallopian tubes. The feet are related to the ovaries. That's why they call the ovaries and fallopian tubes appendages of the uterus. So we know there's something wrong with that when we're dealing with reproductive. We know there's something wrong there. We know there's poor circulation going on. And we know the water is coming to flush out waste. So we're going to have to treat this like it's arthritis. Arthritis is waste between the joint. Rheumatism is waste in the muscles. So the formula will be an arthritis formula to flush out the waste so the water won't come to put the waste on a rinse cycle. So we know she needs some arthritis herbs. We also know that she's doing something she shouldn't do. You're not eating salt, and you're not eating sugar. You are watching your diet. You're just watching. Okay, you've cut down tremendously. All right, you have to cut down some more. But you go slow with yourself. You're getting there. But it's not a nice thing, because you know if something is soaking in water, it's going to fall apart. So that means the tissue is getting weak because it's sitting in this water. This is not nice. So we're going to use the arthritis herbal formula, the glucosamine and chondroitin. We can use red clover to help the circulation. You may want to put some glucosamine and chondroitin cream on there for all that matters. If you're in a real rush now, you could soak your feet in some ginger root, black radish, mustard, and that will pull the fluid out. Ginger root, if you drink it, it'll pull the fluid out now. Fennel will also.
Will that have adverse effects to a newborn baby or a preborn child?
Oh, when I'm dealing with a newborn or something like that, we need to put some red raspberry leaves in the mixture. You got to have red raspberry leaves.
I am expecting, so
You got to put red raspberry leaves in there, for sure. Because this is not about you. This waste is being thrown out because it's harmful to the child. Your body will kill you to protect the child. That's a given. So what it's doing is cleansing itself to protect the child. So it's putting you in a wrapping, cleansing process. So when you take the phenol, you're going to need the red raspberry leaves with this. You need to be taking red raspberry leaves anyway, at least 3 cups a day anyway. You know what I mean? So you're in a symbiotic relationship. Oh, that's medical. You had a husband. You know what I mean? He has to take the herb too, in sympathy. Because if he's doing it, you're doing it. It's a family illness. Because sometimes his sperm has caused the problem. When he has weak sperm, it makes a weak child, and then everything is blamed on you. But half of that swelling is his fault. Yeah. So I'm saying he's got to correct it so it won't happen again with him. So I'm saying the red raspberry leaves, the phenol for him as well. It's a family situation. You know, that's the way it is. And he's going to have to back up and say a prayer in reruns, you know, or something, you know. I don't want to get, okay. I was getting ready to get in that bedroom situation there.
One is every fall and winter, I have hair loss. And it comes back in the summer and spring, but it goes in the fall and winter. And secondly, short-term memory loss is a problem.
Am I still black? Okay. You can use glutamine, at least 2,000 milligrams a day for the memory loss, glutamine. You can also use glutamine for your circulation as well, lady. It's good for circulation, as well as ginkgo and goda-kola is good for circulation. But you need the glutamine for the memory, at least 2,000 milligrams. And when the blood is getting thick in the fall, in the summer your blood is thin, and in the summer it's thin. And then as you go toward winter, the blood starts getting thick. Follow me? So when the blood is trying to make its transition from thin to thick is when your hair falls out. So it's lost its flexibility. So you're looking at a kind of like a collagen kind of thing. You're not making how can I describe? You've seen a chicken bone, that little gristle on the chicken bone? Well, bones are formed by that gristle. And then that gristle turns into bone. And you're not making that glue to turn it into bone. So you have to make more glue. You need something like aloe vera gel, nettle. You need something gluey, maybe some okra, some spelt, some that integrated bean. I don't like it, but it's integrated. Black-eyed peas. I just don't like white people and black people getting along like this. That bothers me. I don't like integration. But anyway, let me show you the plant there to help you along with that thing that I'm talking about. Well, see, you're up here in this kind of climate, which is not good for black people because you don't produce enough moisture, perspiration in the winter, and that taxes the kidney. Where's the hair loss on your head? That's your liver. Yeah, your liver's a little stressed. Yeah, you're not storing enough energy there. I had this up here to show you the seasons. You're looking at down here, you're looking at the third quarter. So you got to kind of like regulate the diet based on the season for these plants. You follow me? You need like a farmer's almanac or something like that, Benjamin Banneker kind of thing. We ate different plants at different seasons and different climates, and you're not making a climatic adjustment for your diet. You know what I mean? I don't want to, get too technical with this thing, but use that to start with and treat your liver with the dandelion root, the milk thistle, or if you like, make some ginger root tea, squeeze a fresh lemon in it, and take a little pinch of cayenne. That'll also help your liver, if you like. Do it in the morning. If you want to adjust that hormone level, which seems to be bouncing up and down there, which is causing that little memory thing. You may need some pregnenolone, which is progesterone tablets. Progesterone tablets called wild yam. Don't get wild yam cream, because I'll start looking like Denzel Washington to you, you know. It'll make you horny. You don't need that. You need hair. So get the progesterone tablet.
Oh, you take the wild yam?
Yeah, take the wild yam tablet. Don't get the wild yam cream.
The herb.
Yes, the herb. Yeah, it comes in tablet form, the herb. But if some brother's rubbing you down with wild yam cream, look out. Problems there.
Doc,
Yeah.
symbolic meaning to this statement, white bread's not good for you, don't straighten your hair, and figs and dates are good for you.
Yeah.
Then I have another question for you.
Why you had to bring out the white bread, brother?
Because it wasn't something that was brought to me at an early age I didn't understand.
Oh yeah, white bread has bleached white flour in it, and they didn't rinse the bleach out of the flour. So when you're eating the bleached white flour, you're eating bleach, which is a poison, which kills your melanin. And also is stripped of nutrients, vitamins and minerals, and it's what we used to make paste out of called paper mache. So it gums up your intestines and decreases the amount of nutrients you get into your body by eating bleached white flour. What was the other part of that? Plus it's shaped like a penis anyway. You don't want to be eating that in the morning.
Don't straighten your hair, and figs and dates are good for you.
Yeah, straightening your hair kills the electromagnetic information that your body receives. Your hair is an antenna and communicates directly to your brain. And when you decrease its ability to pick up magnetism, electricity, you're decreasing the vitality of your system. Hair is used to digest food. It's in your stomach and small and large intestines. It's in your ear. When you hear a sound, it's a thing in your ear called a cochlea that has water in it, and the water shakes when you hear a sound, and the shaking of the water shakes the hair and turns the sound into a chemical. Then you have hair in your eyes, which we call rods and cones, and that's how you see color in black and white. And the retina stimulates this rods and cones, and that's how you see by the hair. That's how you see, that's how you digest, that's how things work with hair. So you really don't want to do anything to your hair. When you're losing hair and your hair is brittle and all that stuff, you're losing hair everywhere. It's a big problem there. So what I'm talking about is people are thinking that you think that when you see me, that you see me, but you don't see me. The impulse strikes your retina and turns seeing into a liquid, and the liquid floats through your blood to your brain. So seeing is a liquid. Hearing is a liquid. We're not looking at this liquid thing, which we call the mother principle, amniotic fluid and all that kind of stuff. So we're not looking at, we're taught that you're just seeing me, but there's a liquid that's telling you that you're seeing me, that floats in your blood to your brain. You hear with water. You see with water. You were born in water. So it's very important that you understand that spiritual concept that comes out of our African philosophy, this water principle. That's why they call where you're sitting at in this room the naves. They call us the naves. That's where you get the word navel from, and navy. The naves. You are sitting in the naves. I am sitting on the level of consciousness. That's why they have 3 steps here. Lower conscious, middle conscious, upper consciousness. This building is built on the African system. They're just not telling you that. Those are the 2 legs, those poles there. You're not reading. This whole thing is a language to somebody who knows it. See, to you it's a design. To someone who knows it, it's a language. And I'm trying to tell you that this is a language that you have to learn, and the language is called your body. And someone took away your ability to know this language. And I'm trying to give you back this language. When you know water, you know a lot of things. When you know the male and female principle, when you know your mother and father together and they love you and love each other, you have a wholesome upbringing, everything's right for you, you know that. But when they're fussing at each other, one's on crack, one's looking at, you know what I'm saying, you know that's dysfunctional. And I'm saying you're dysfunctional when you don't understand that principle comes from your body. Everything comes from here. All they're doing is duplicating what God has made. They got to have harmony between the left hemisphere and right hemisphere of your brain. There's a left hemisphere and right hemisphere. The thing around your nipple that women have, it's called an auricula, which means sun. And that is melanin. And that melanin changes shape based on the child she's nursing at the time, because it changed the frequency of the milk. That color around the nipple is not there because it looks good on the titty. It's there because of science. This thing is science. You have to know this language. This is beautiful. The body is beautiful. And you don't want to hurt this. You know, I get all excited about this because, you know, like, I'm a nerd. You know, you can tell it, right? You know, I was born a nerd. I'm a die nerd. You know, I'm telling you how you know, like, I'm a nerd. Now, I know I'm getting excited, and y'all saying, what's he getting excited about? He's getting excited about talking about titties? What's wrong with it? No, I'm talking about the science involved in your body. It's just a beautiful thing. And after a while, you say, I can't do anything to hurt this body. I can't. After a while, you just say, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't eat the salt. I can't eat the sugar. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do this. After a while, it just becomes that spiritual to you that you say, no. Even if I were to test your system and put sugar in one hand and have you put up your arm and you say, push my, and I try to push down your arm, you'd be weak. But I put a whole apple in there, you will have strength. We call that kinesiology. I can test your system and show you that the sugar is weakening your system. I mean, the body is just beautiful. It's just crying out for you to help. It's just crying out for you to help, that's all. I didn't mean to go off, but I did, didn't I? Yeah, okay.
Yes, I wonder what is men get sometimes these things in the back of their heads, you know, when they go to the barber shop, and what is the relationship to kilos?
Pseudocyclitis barbarian, ingrown hair. Yeah, he should, you put some tea tree oil on there before he has the haircut, before and after, and that will decrease that thing. But if it gets really severe, then you're looking at some MSM cream to put on there. You've heard of that? Methylsulfonine methane, MSM. It's sold with joint repair cream. It'll say joint repair, be glucosamine and chondroitin and MSM. That's what it'll say on the label. So you go to the joint repair section, get that cream and put on there, and before they shave the neck, put some tea tree oil in it, and it'll stop the ingrown hairs. But the thing is, like, with this line that they shave around there and around here, that's done to imitate the way the white man's hair grow. That's just a slave thing, because the white man has a definite line between his white hair, his black hair, and his white skin, so his line looks clear. But when you are black like us, it gets all fuzzy around there. The line isn't clear. So the brothers say, I want a line like the white man. So they go sit in the barber chair, make me look like white man, make me look like white man. So they shave them all around there, and they think they look good. They just look like that's the equivalent of them straightening their hair. Same thing. They hate their hair, they hate themselves. Same thing.
Question over here, Doctor. Standing right here.
But the brother has a good haircut. I didn't want to get on this.
I have two questions. The first question is, I have a family member who was just diagnosed with a condition called hyperthyroidism.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what can be done for it, because the doctors said she had two choices, either radiation or getting it surgically removed. And they're telling her that she can't be around her children because the radiation will harm them, and she was just looking for another method, a holistic method in healing this problem.
Yeah. Let us understand that the thyroid is like the gear shift in your car. It's just shifting gears so you to burn energy faster or burn energy slow. It's just a gear shift. It is not the cause of this problem. It is just responding to the problem. So for some reason, the thyroid said, I need to shift gears and burn more energy. But it's not more energy in the system, so it's trying to burn the energy that it has more efficiently, so it's shifting gears. But it's not the thyroid. Be clear on that. The thyroid is just reacting to this situation. So just to give you something topically or something oral to use, methionine, which is amino acid, methionine. And of course, you can use a herb like kelp, but it sounds like a stress reaction where the adrenal glands is firing off, making the thyroid shift gears. Okay. So it sounds like it's coming from some kind of stress, be it spiritual, emotional, or physical. But it's a stress reaction, so you have to treat the stress as well with hawthorn berries, chamomile, kava kava, coenzyme Q10, along with the methionine and the kelp and things of that sort. But in case I run out of time, just write down the address and write hyperthyroidism, and I'll mail you what she needs.
I had one more quick question. Eczema, what can be done about eczema? I've heard different things, but...
Yeah, I heard a lot of things, too. No, I hear a lot of stuff. You know, this is a sidebar. I'm not going to be in the bar long enough to get drunk. I'm just going to go in there a little bit. But these folks say, I got a quick question. Well, I guess I'm going to have a quick answer. You know, a quick or long question doesn't determine how long I have to talk to give the answer. But I know what they mean. You know, they say, I got two questions. They keep their fingers close like it's going to look like one. You know. What's the deal here? Trying to psych me out? I love black people. It's something else. Yeah.
Did you enjoy Dr. Afrika? Yes.